if we actually built a proper military force, we could totally take their capital. Like, look, they're just, like, bashing units on the city wall. Oh my god! They took over the city! Damn! I did not see that coming. We might be in some trouble here, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Play 1001 Games. I'm your host, Gaming Jay, and today we're hopping into the Firaxis game classic known as Sid Meier's Alpha Centauri. This, by the way, I think is the real Civilization 3. You know, Civilization 1 and 2 were both about, while conquering the world. But there was always sort of a technology victory, which was basically creating a space station which successfully could go to another planet. And this game is about a space station, a spacecraft that takes humans to a new planet, and basically it's a story of war and future conflict in colonizing that future space planet. So it's basically the sequel to where Civilization went at the end of its game. Now, it does have some interesting mergers of gameplay mechanics between Masters of Orion and the Civilization franchise, but for the most part, I would kind of consider it Civilization Plus, or maybe, Civilization Enhanced. It's got an enhanced UI, there's more city automation features, there's unit design capabilities like in Masters of Orion, how you could design your own units and you could automate some of your city, your planet building stuff, so you didn't have to do it all manually. Basically what I'm saying is this is a game I would have loved as a kid, and a game I never played as a kid. So I'm excited to play for you guys here today, or have you guys play with me. We're going to go ahead and create a custom random map. I've already tried this. I spent about an hour playing this game to make sure I knew what was going on, and after like 20 minutes, I was like, this is just Civilization 2. It's Civilization 2, just with sci-fi units, which is kind of awesome. So we're going to go ahead and play on a smaller planet so that we engage with more of the other races. We're going to, so here's the one thing that I hate about Civilization and Civilization 2, and also Alpha Centauri here, is water. I hate having to build ships and ferry units back and forth among continents, so we're going to do everything we can in this random world to minimize water. So I'm going to have very little water on the surface of the planet, and we will have weak erosion forces. Look, when we switch different features, look, planets are appearing and disappearing in the sky up here. See, watch that. Appear and disappear. Kind of cool. This game is actually very sort of scientifically and science fictionally based, in that the authors of the game did their homework in figuring out what futures might actually look like. And actually, I'll talk about that in a bit. Let's not get too distracted here. We can have lots of natural life. Let's have an average amount. Cloud cover we'll leave as average. And we're going to play this on the easiest difficulty mode, just so that we can get a little farther than if we play it on one of the harder modes. And we'll play with standard rules. So, basically the story of this game is that the space ship that was traveling to Alpha Centauri to colonize it had a bit of an internal civil war on its way to the planet. And so by the time it gets to the planet, there's actually multiple factions. So Gaia's stepdaughters, these are sort of the environmentally conscious individuals. There's the hive mind, which are the people who've warped themselves with technology, kind of like the Borg. We're going to be playing as those guys. There's also scientists, so there's some people who are interested in science and all that stuff. We have the Mogul, a CEO, so this guy is on an alien planet. All of human civilization has collapsed. He still thinks he's going to run the world like a business, but I guess you can try. We have the Spartans, the survivalists. We also have the Believers, the fundamentalists, which is kind of interesting. I like how they still kind of wove religious undertones and overtones into this game. It's very Frank Herbert of them, because I think a lot of times when we think of sci-fi, we think about the future, like we can, we'll be free of religion and we won't have to worry about it and all that stuff. But it's kind of interesting, like weaving in future human philosophies, because I don't think it's quite as simple as, science replacing some of these things. And then we have the humanitarian, which is the remnants of the United Nations, I think. Anyway, we're going to go with the despotic hive mind, because what I have learned is that when I play these God games, I truly want to be as God as possible. I want to have the most control. I don't want people fighting with me or making suggestions that I have to listen to. So I want to be the despot where all my people just like bow to me, and if they don't, I implant like mind-altering cyber chips in their brain to force them to do what I want. Actually, I didn't notice this before, but what's under other? You can customize your faction if you want. Description ruthless. We can have we can like alter just this. That actually be kind of fine. We can describe ourselves as friendly. I'm not gonna mess with any of that though. That's kind of funny. Male name Yang. That is fine by me. Yang, a new era of struggle and opportunity awaits you. The UN starship Unity has arrived in the Alpha Centauri system. After a 40-year voyage, all contact with Earth has been lost. After Captain Garland's assassination by an unknown assailant, the crew mutinied and split into factions. In the ensuing conflict, some seized control of Unity's colony pods. You now shape the destiny of your hive faction, which just made planetfall. So another interesting element of this game that Civilization didn't really have is there's actually a story here, which is kind of awesome, actually. Like, I'm a huge fan of sci-fi. I've said it many times before. So to have, like, a sci-fi story on, like, an alien world as Civilization emerges, that's kind of cool. Notice, by the way, we have terrain. So there's a hill or a mountain over here. That's also a little different from Civilization 2. I've already done the tour, so I'm not going to bore you guys with it. I'll basically walk you through it. So here is your colony. I'm going to close this. Now, one of the big additions to Alpha Centauri over Civilization is you have a governor who you can basically set your city on one of 4 modes. Conquer, where he'll build military units. Build, where they'll just build infrastructure. Discover, where they'll focus on science. And explore, where they'll focus on building scout units and so on. So you can basically automate your cities, which is really cool. And you can even set up really specific rules about what you want the governor to do. Which is very neat. I love these. It's basically, again, like Civilization, only enhanced. Other than that, like, look, it's very similar to Civilization. You can, like, set workers to, like, different areas of the map. Later on, we will get basically, like, settler units, and we can build farms and roads and stuff. So it's virtually identical to Civilization. And you have nutrients, which is food, minerals, and energy. It's kind of like the food, the shields, like production shields, and then like trade that they had in Civilization. Everything works pretty much the same, and we're going to be focusing on building a colony pod so we can expand. Now, while our colony pod is being built, we're going to explore with our scout here. And first things first, this is a crashed colony pod. So we've discovered a hydroponics pod. Forest has proliferated in this area. Ooh, look at that. So this is probably a good site to build our first sister colony. Energy powers your research labs and helps your researchers discover new technologies. Great. So another cool enhancement of Alpha Centauri here over Civilization is that with Civilization, you get to select a specific advance that you want to go for. But here, you just get to select what kinds of research you're interested in. And this is very much right out of Masters of Orion. With Masters of Orion, you devoted your civilization's resources to science, and you set certain priorities for things you'd like to discover. But you didn't discover, like, individual advancements necessarily. Although, actually, as I say that, am I misremembering? Maybe Masters of Orion was a little different than that. You know, it doesn't matter. This is kind of cool. So we can focus on building and conquering right now. I'm actually going to focus on... I'm just going to focus on everything. I do want everything to be researched relatively equally. I guess, actually, I want colonization first. I'm going to focus on that because we definitely want to rapidly expand. Here's another cool thing you can discover are monoliths, so ancient alien structures, which are so cool. Just the idea of an ancient alien structure is so neat. So we're going to go ahead and explore. The arcane technology of the monolith enhanced our unit to discipline status.
Complete.
So there we go. Here is... Hold on, we got end our turn.
Complete.
Move our scout away. There's the alien monolith. It's like a weird obelisk just by the coast there. So neat. Okay, we're going to send our colony ship down there. Oh, more pods to discover. Centauri ecology. So, the weather program. This is kind of like a civilization, a wonder of the world. That's what they called them. If you build this in a city, it takes a lot to build, but increases terraforming speed by 50%. and it gives you all sorts of other advantages. So you can build these wonders in your cities just like you could in Civilization, and you would gain enhancements for your whole race. Terraforming unit, that is what we needed. Formers. So these are basically like the settlers. So we're going to build some of these really quickly so we can start creating roads and stuff between our colonies. And yeah, you can see just generally researching development led to a whole bunch of different things unlocking for us. So it's very different than just researching one technology at a time in Civilization. Once you get new technology and new research, stuff that you figured out, you can go and see what units you now have access to. And here's where Masters of Orion comes in, because you can go in and you can mess with the kinds of chassis that your unit has. So you can give it more movement points if you want. You can give it more armor. You could give it a better reactor and different abilities and so on. So you can actually customize your units quite a bit, which is pretty cool. Now we're just going to go ahead and leave this as all default. In which areas shall we focus our research? Okay, now that we have that guy, just do whatever. Go ahead and close. This is an alien unit. Okay, so I think... Do we have any units in our base? Oh, we have the colony pod. I was going to say, I don't think we have anything defending our base, which could actually be disaster. But we have our colony pod. Mindworms attack the hive perimeter. Wait, what did that say? Defense destroyed. Okay. I don't know what that was, but we got attacked by some mindworms. So there is oops, I didn't want to do that. There are alien life forms on this planet called mindworms, and they're kind of like the barbarians in Civilization. They randomly roam around and attack. And I don't know what having some mindworms walk into our city actually did, but I tell you, it's probably not good. All right, we're starting a new base here. The People's Endeavor sounds good. There it is, all the glory of our new colonization unit. Chief Librarian, People's Endeavor, founded in 2114. And, ooh, that monolith is very rich. Oh my god, that is huge for production. Four ratings, so there's green is food, blue is production, yellow is energy. That is insane for production. So we're going to focus on... So the more food you get, the faster your bases grow in size. So we'll actually, even though we could be producing stuff faster, we'll leave it right there for now. Because we actually want to make sure that our cities are growing. Alright, we got a scout patrol. I'm just going to leave that actually in the base as defense. And actually... Oh, we just researched biogenetics too. Awesome. Going to go in here. I'm going to change this from a colony pod to a scout patrol because we do need some defenses. We don't want to leave our cities completely undefended. Okay, now that we've built a scout unit, let's go ahead and change this. We're going to build some terraformers because we need those, and then we'll go ahead and start building colony pods. So in Civilization, the strategy, and I'm just going to automate this guy. The strategy that I always had in Civilization was to, oh, what happened? Some units, combat. I'm fighting worms, and I won. The strategy in Civilization was always to like rapidly expand. Oh look, it even shows you what size you're fighting when you fight. You rapidly expand, and then you have a period where you just sort of focus on building up and, terraforming all the land around you into like ultra fertile farms, like really growing your power. And then you sort of unleash the beast and strike with all sorts of military forces. So we're going to try that strategy here. Again, I've never played Alpha Centauri a full game before. I did play it for about an hour just messing around to see the mechanics, but... so we get some story in between actually playing, walking alone through the corridors of the Hive. You skim the security reports on a recent attack by the horrific native mindworms. Giant swarms or boils of these molted nightmares have wriggled out of the fungal beds of late and now threaten to overwhelm base perimeters in several sectors. Victims are paralyzed with psi-induced terror, then experience an unimaginably excruciating death as worms burrow into their brain. Oh god. Only the most disciplined security guards can overcome the fear long enough to trigger their flame guns, which keep the worms at bay. Clearly, we will have to tend carefully to the morale of troops. Furthermore, since terror and surprise increases human casualties dramatically in these encounters, it would be important to strike when the mindworm boils are detected. You consider ordering some former detachments to construct sensors near vulnerable bases to aid in such detection efforts. Complete. Yikes. Okay, so we got horrific, nightmarish, sci-fi, psychic mindworms that are trying to destroy us. Let's focus on colony pods for a second here. And automate yourself. We have our one scout. We've discovered material pods from Unity. From the Unity. It has provided sufficient minerals for us to build a colony pod. Cool. Oh, and we invented social psychology. I guess we didn't figure that out before we left Earth. All right, we have a colony pod. Let's build a colony right there, I think. We seem to be on a little bit of an island here. Oh, I just built a second one of these guys. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and disband this guy. So you don't want to build too many units from any single city, because the problem is that they use supply, and once you're using too much supply, then the city sort of becomes less productive, obviously. I'm going to change this to a colony pod, though. I'm still working on my aggressive expansion. Robot mining pod. Ooh, this area is fertile. There's energy, there's mining pods. We definitely want to build a colony right here to take advantage of both of those things. Actually, maybe we want it... Hold on. If we build here... So, cities have access to 1, 2 units, 2 squares away from them in any direction. So, if we built a city here, we'd have access to that. 1, 2, we'd have access to that as well. So we actually want to build our city there. Cancel orders. You move there instead, and you move down here. Now, I really hope that we are not on an island here. It's starting to look like we're a bit on an island, and if we are, I don't know what I'm going to do, because I definitely don't want to play an island game. So let's just continue exploring over here and hope that we can find some other land to connect to. University researchers have discovered secrets of the human brain.
Production complete.
Cool. What kind of secrets? Anything good? What goes on in the human brain, I wonder?
Turn complete.
I mean, I have one, but I guess I don't know, as it turns out. Let's continue to explore. I really should have, like, another scout unit. I have CEO Morgan of the Morganites on Channel 10. Geez, creative name there, buddy. Shall I put him through? Let's display his profile first. He is solicitous. He is a pacifist. His interests are build. His agenda is economics, free market. Put that on a resume. Interests? Build. So his values are simple. Or no, his economics are simple. His values are survival. Okay, so this guy's probably a pushover. He's probably terrified of us destroying him. So let's put the fear in him. Main screen, turn on. Welcome to Planet. This is another interesting thing about this game. The planet we're on is just called Planet. Also, we're bioscanning him as we talk to him. That's awesome. Welcome to Planet, Chairman Yang. You bring many unique talents to our new world. Permit me to introduce myself. I now style myself Morgan, CEO of the Morganites. And on this world, I plan to reap the rightful rewards of skillful investment and planning. You may be interested to know that I've been in touch with our former colleague, Deidre, who lately has been styling herself Lady of the Gaians. Deidre has become quite obsessed with her environmental initiatives, blah, blah, blah. We've had fruitful conversations. I believe she could provide you with information on applied physics if you like. I can provide you with her comlink in exchange for 35 energy credits. No. I believe your data on biogenetics could have important implications for my business plans. I propose an exchange for information networks. Okay, fine. Or I could say... Oh, interesting. All right, sure. It's a deal. Let's do it. Network nodes, nonlinear mathematics. Cool. Chairman Yang, I have now been accused of... I know I have been accused of monopolistic grasping, but I think you'll find I'm a man of reason. Let us exchange knowledge. I will share industrial base B1, but he wants C2. So I think the 1s and 2s indicate like the level of knowledge, and that is definitely out of the question. I'm not going to give him advanced technology. That's a big mistake in civilization is letting these AIs have advanced technology. Because once you give it to one, they all like trade it with each other. So if you want to maintain a technological superiority over these foes, you gotta like keep them in the Stone Age. Let's prosper together in peace. Fine, we'll be peaceful for now. My business plans and your social experiments complement one another nicely. All right. With our new treaty with the Morganites, the door for commerce is open. Okay. Do we have any other business? No, get out of my face. Leave me alone.
Terraforming.
Okay, so wherever the hell he came from, the pod was full of native life forms. Alright, they just exploded on me and died. Fine. Okay, this city's here. 1, 2. 1, 2. Alright, you know what? Let's just build a new civilization here. The Drone Mound. What weird names for bases and stuff. What? That's only one? That looks so special. I thought that was worth more. Okay, whatever. My bad. I'm stupid. Oh, worms. I'm actually going to retreat. I'm going to let the worms take care of that Morgan guy for me. And we're going to change this. I need another scout, let's be honest. Oh, also, look at this. They built a farm there. Oh, it doesn't really do very much. It looks fancy. I thought it'd be worth more, but no. It looks awesome. Looks green, like a nice green space. Doesn't really do very much. Oh, no, don't disband. Automate. Okay, so let's keep those guys there. Applied physics! There's all sorts of stuff. Lasers! We can build lasers now. If you guys are worried about that, we got laser technology. I want to go here. I want to, like, actually repair my guy a bit. Because he's kind of injured. Okay, let's build a city up over here, I think. I think there's room for 2 cities up here. One here and, like, one over here, maybe. Oh, speak of the devil. Yeah, so, like, right over there.
Complete.
Meanwhile, this guy... Okay, so here's your actions, or your menu system. You can go in here, and your units can perform all sorts of other actions. Obliterate base, destroy enhancements, automate units. I think there's a way to repair. Hold position. Hold position for 10 turns is kind of cool if you just don't want to do anything with a guy for a little bit. Upgrade units. I'm just going to, like, make him wait a turn and see if he heals. Meanwhile, we got our scouts. Let's change this to... Oh, we are supporting one of those. Okay, let's start working on just random stuff. So we're going to set this to build. And we will set this one. He's building colony pods. That's fine. And this guy will come down here to explore.
Production complete.
And this guy, I think, is at full health, so he'll come down here to explore. And this guy will go out here to explore. All right, we're back to exploring the way it should be. And this will build a settler unit to start terraforming. Cool. So yeah, I think one of the main differences, as I said, with this game is that you actually can automate the cities a lot more than you ever could with Civilization, and that actually makes the game go much smoother, I find. So you don't have to, like, micromanage every city that you build. Oh, let's see, I guess over here. Also, notice there's, like, forest is slowly expanding here. That's kind of cool. This guy, cancel his orders. You go right there. We're going to change you to settlers. So notice I have a pattern. I build one defensive unit, one settler, and then I just start terraforming and improving the environment.
Invalid base site.
Ah, can't. Okay, hold on. Hold position for 10 turns. And built solar collectors. That's fine. But I want you to come over here and remove that mold so I can build a base, man. You come over here.
Resources.
This is totally... I'm totally on, like, some kind of peninsula, aren't I? Go here, in fact. Go here. Oh, look, we're at a border.
Production
So this is where... Okay, so we have access to at least one compadre. We're going to go ahead and make war with that guy eventually, once we build up sufficiently. Let's go down here. We found a monolith. Investigate. Ancient aliens are such a cool idea. The arcane technology has enhanced my unit.
Turn complete.
That's okay, but I was kind of hoping for a little bit more, to be totally honest. 1, 2. We're not going to be able to harvest that. I guess I could build a city over here or something, but... okay, well, I guess might as well go over there, because there's nothing to do on this over here. This. All right. So yeah, Ancient Aliens are like such a cool idea in like all media, basically, the labor network. You know, like Ancient Aliens were in Halo. Ancient Aliens, you know, are in this. Ancient Aliens were in Battlestar Galactica. You know, obviously like classics like a 2001 Space Odyssey. Mindworm boils. Uh-oh. Do I have defensive units? I do. So that's something. And change to this. Okay. And hold. Let's just hope we can defend against these mindworm boils. Our scout patrols have performed admirably and has been promoted. Cool. Die, mindworms. Hardened status. These guys have seen some stuff. I'm going to... You know, I'm going to straight up attack the mindworms. We're mindworm hunters now. We're not just casual, you know, people who are just... victim to the whims of mindworms. We're actually out there fighting them. Turn all our cities to build. Okay, now actions. We want to... How do we do this? Automate units, patrol, activate. No, we want terraform. Cultivate farm, plant forest, construct collector, remove fungus. There we go.
Sources exist to be consumed.
We've obtained technologies which allow us to design better units. Would you care to see them? Yeah, show me what we got. We can build synth metal sentinels. They have, okay, so this is attack, that's defense, and that's move. So they have 1 attack, same as our scouts right now, but 2 defense, so better on defense, and they only move at 1 space per turn. That seems fine. You can also build a variant where they have more attack. So you get some different versions of your troops, which is kind of cool. Continue to focus on all of that while I continue to explore. Let's start going into enemy territory here and see what we got.
Production complete.
Anything going on here? Now, eventually, so notice there's like a giant volcano here. This is Mount Planet, a very creative name for a volcano. But eventually you'll find like basins and craters, and they'll have different names. The seas are named. There's like Zeus Ocean. There's like Gatham's Crater. You can find more of these ancient ruins, in fact. There's lots of stuff to discover on this planet, which is kind of cool. But yeah, going back to the ancient alien thing, I just love the idea of like an ancient alien civilization that existed long before ours, you know? Like it's just, it like tantalizes the intellect to think about that kind of stuff. We'll go over here. This is a good spot for a new base, I think. Is it? Or I could go like right there. It's kind of close to my other one. I don't like to create bases with too much overlap. Now we're going to go down there. And we're going to start going into enemy territory and see what we got. Now, hold. Urgent message from the CEO. This better be urgent, buddy. Your unquestioning followers remain loyal. Your forces have been spotted in our territory. By the terms of our treaty, you must withdraw.
It is every citizen's final duty to go into the tanks and become one with all the people. Chairman Shen Jiyang.
What?
Ethics for tomorrow.
It's every citizen's duty to go into the recycling tanks? Wait, does that mean that we eat the dead? Oh God. Hive workers built their first base. Okay. Alright, just carry on with all the stuff you guys are working on. Go into the tanks if it makes you if it pleases you. Folus Ridge. See, everything has names. It's kind of cool. Where though are there things? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's pretty good. There's not too much overlap there. The Leader's Horde, founded in 2154. And we will leave it at that. That's fine. Meanwhile, your formers have built a mine here, improving the mineral output of the square. Sounds good. Oh, hello. This is how they got onto my territory. There's like a weird little land bridge here. Change this to build and go at it. Let's see. Oh, Morgan Industries. We have found their base. Lady Deidre of the Gaians has authorized a secret project codenamed the Human Genome Project. Okay, I'm going to wait here. Oh, that's the last unit of the turn. Wait. Go. Let's continue. Let's just start casually exploring their territory. Not like we're going to attack them or anything. Hint, hint. We're totally going to attack them. We're just biding our time. Let's go down here. These guys are our ticket to the mainland, really. Okay. Units with a cloaking ability may ignore zones of control. Huh, interesting. Ground units cannot move between adjacent squares of other plates. I never understood why they had this feature in Civilization, but I guess it's to sort of block units off and prevent them from entering your territory. But we're going to try and, get around the guy over there. Now, let's come down over here and see about building stuff. Building stuff.
Invalid base site.
Cannot build on xenofungus. Didn't you remove the xenofungus? Terraform, remove fungus. Alright. You hold for 10 turns. I have Colonel Santiago of the Spartans on Channel 3. Let's see what she has to say, guys. The ruthless Chairman Yang, first among Hive. I lead the Spartans, and I am honored to be their colonel. Santiago. We intend to exercise freely the God-given right to keep and bear arms. Go for it, man. I'm not stopping you. My nemesis is bent on achieving total monopolistic. I don't want to attack the Morganites just yet. I must caution you, my engineers have completed an advanced rover. Holy crap, 4 attack. Yikes, they are practically invincible. I should say so. Can you transmit it? I don't think I'm going to give you technology for no reason. Fair enough, but I shall guard my borders carefully. Alright. So we have a peaceful treaty with them too, I think. And, oh, they're like right there. I'm just going to hold my position. Morganites, they're telling us to leave their territory. Let me be honest with you, that's never going to happen. We're there, man. We're not leaving. Oh man. Okay, fine. Withdraw my forces. I don't want to start a war yet.
Of a base and its
Unity lair. All right, what else we got? Network code.
Once a
All
man
right.
has
So all these
changed
cities
the
are pretty much just on
relationship-
autopilot. Yeah, what do we got? We have our own rover. It only has 2 attack though. And okay, you know what? Let's go in here. Let's change our. I have a feeling that we're starting to. So we've terraformed and colonized a small little peninsula here. We're slowly improving it with forests and farms and stuff. We're getting into this area over here, which is good. But I feel like we got to take out Morgan Industries. Lady was telling me I should do it, so I'm going to listen to her. So that means that we want our laboratories. No, that's not what we want. We want our research priorities to shift a little bit, if you will, towards direct military applications. Also, let's actually look at our social engineering. So we can actually change our government to a police state if we want. Oh, yeah, go away. We can go into a police state, and that will give police power. And we'll have a little bit more inefficiencies. But that's okay. That's okay. Okay, you know what? Support and police. We don't need that yet. But, oh, did I just switch to it? Social engineering. I did. We don't need that yet. But we will switch to a police state very soon. For right now, we're just going to leave it as is. Why do we... Oh, these are the guys that withdrew. Right. You come down here, you go over here. The governor of the Hive builds perimeter defenses. Let's see what else they got in mind. I want to leave everything on build for right now because I want to go to conquer mode relatively soon. So let's just play with this. That's a little less food, a little more production. Interesting. All right, let's just let the cities continue to expand. I mean, this is a population of 3, 3, 2, 2. Man, 2s and 3s seem to be the norm here. Let's go ahead. Let's build a city right here. The Fellowship City, founded in 2163. Good for you guys.
Production complete.
Notice how when I build cities, my border is like encroaching on their space. I could build a city like right here if I wanted, and it would like, our border would basically be in their territory. Slowly, the Morganites are going to feel my pain, or my wrath, I should say. All right, finally, after like 20 years, we can build the socialism tunnels. An odd name for a city, but whatever. My cities have such bizarre names, like it's just crazy.
Production complete.
All right, so there. What's this seaweed do? 1 food, that's it? It's like no better than any other random water tile. That's weird. Okay, whatever. Automate you. You're gonna hold.
Complete.
You are going to, that's fine. Automate. You are going to, whoops, change to settlers. And just hold position. What's going on over here? You will hold position. All right, everyone's basically on automatic mode. Nonlinear mathematics have been researched. All right, so we have obtained technologies which allow us to build better units. Yes. Show me what we got. Ah, yes. Okay, now we have the same capacities as the war lady. I like it. That was really quick. 422 cost 54. That's expensive. 421. Ooh, I like that high-powered infantry though. I'm gonna build some of those guys.
Complete.
Okay, so here's where we're gonna make a little bit of a shift here. Actually, you know what? Let's give it a few more turns. Build one of these guys. Hold position. Okay, this guy comes here, and I think we can upgrade him. So let's see how we do this. Actions. Obliterate base, disband unit, automate unit, patrol, assemble group, upgrade unit. To which? We want to upgrade him to the impact infantry. That's really cool. That's a feature that, make the upgrade. That's a feature that was kind of missing in Civilization, you know? Like, you'd be in, like, World War II era with, like, tanks and stuff, and you'd have, like, phalanx units from, like, the ancient Roman times. Governor of the Hive requests permission to start the weather paradigm. Go for it, my lad. Go ahead. I like how the governors check with you first to see if they should build wonders, because wonders are actually quite expensive, you know. So it's kind of cool. But yeah, being able to upgrade units, very neat feature. It's like was like a much needed feature in Civilization. But I mean, I guess you could bring a unit into town, you could disband it, and then when disbanding it, part of its resources would help build the next unit. So I guess, I mean, that makes more militaristic sense, like retiring units, sort of, but upgrading is like a nice ability. Sure, the Human Genome Project, go for it. I'm just going to unsuspiciously be building up forces near the Morganites. Don't worry, guys, we still have an alliance, sort of. I promise I won't attack you, probably. You know what? Where is this guy? Activate unit. Go down here just to scout. There we go. And then hold your position. Your formers have built a sensor here. The sensor will detect enemy units, which move within 2 spaces. Ah, cool. Good, I guess. Okay, the scout should defend. Wait, why am I building scouts here? What is this doing? We want to upgrade the unit. Change, set to explore, set to build, set to conquer. Action. Hold on, menu. So I'm having trouble finding where everything is. Oh, there it is. Build those guys. Make the upgrade. We're spending all of our resources on this. Shall I put him through? Yeah, let's see what he has to say. He says he wants doctrine loyalty in exchange for figuring out the human brain. Yeah, sure.
There are
Why
only
not?
two ways in which we can account for a necessary agreement of experience with the concepts of its objects. Either experience makes these concepts possible, or these concepts make experience possible.
Notice how they're
Critique of Pure Reason.
sprinkling in quotes from like
Datalinks.
famous philosophers and scientists. I kind of like that. Like this is a very interesting future that's being portrayed in this game. It's sort of like it feels very alien, like very alien. But I think that's what the future would look like. Like if any of us could ever travel to the future, it would feel very different and weird and strange and scary than like what we're used to. They want C1 in exchange for D2. Sure,
If
go
our
ahead.
society
Planetary
seems more
networks.
nihilistic than that of
Let's see what we can build. A probe team. They don't attack you. They just probe you, I guess. And they have 2 for defense, okay? They want C2. No. We're done trading here.
High energy states, the
But we just made a
properties of
breakthrough.
matter change
All right.
subtly.
Let's see what else we can build. Ooh, plasma troops. Pretty sweet. Oh my god, the plasma squad. I wish I was building those guys. We're going to... I'm going to stay on the militaristic path. Because here's the thing. We could focus on trying to actually improve our society, but I don't think I mean, this game could take like 6 hours. We're definitely not going to play it for that long. We want to get some militaristic combat in here so you guys can see what it's like to actually conquer some, pathetic Morganites. This guy's going to go over there. So we have 2 very strong attack units. I'm contemplating just going to war. Maybe... okay, let's wait until this recycling tank is done. And what is this guy building? A recycling tank as well. What is this guy building? The Human Genome Project. Okay, he's going to be at that for a while. This guy's building a network code. I'm going to start shifting cities. Oh, crap. What did I just do? They just lost all their progress. Okay, whatever. You know what? People are just going to start shifting towards militaristic ends.
Production complete.
Production complete. You get down here, and we are actually going to... network node. Okay. Merchant exchange, go for it. We are actually going to shift our government as well. HQ, social engineering. I love this social engineering screen. Oh, look at this. Planned economics. More population growth, more industry. Good. Fundamentalists lose 2 research. I don't like that. I like this. +2 support, +2 police. So I'm becoming a less efficient organization. -4 efficiency. But I can support 4 units for free per base. Can use 3 military units as police. 30% growth rate. Mineral cost decreased by 2. You can also, by the way, play with your just general economy down here, so you can have like more economy, you can have more research. Notice too, if you turn up labs at the cost of your economy, like breakthroughs first become faster, but then okay, actually that didn't happen this time. I've seen it before where like at first breakthroughs come faster, but then eventually they become slower. Also, this is where my net income is only 2. You can change it to 4. So you can play around that. And psychology, this is like the stuff that sort of keeps your citizens in line. As a hive mind, I don't think I really need that, but yeah. Basically, it's Civilization 2, just enhanced. And what's kind of interesting is that a lot of the mechanics for your government here, like it's way more complex than Civ 2, but a lot of this was actually taken in the later Civilization games, like Civ 3, Civ 4, Civ 5. So really, yeah, like this game really is a spiritual successor to Civilization 2. And actually, I don't think I've talked about it too much, but well, we're gonna just keep that guy straight. Mind worms. Yeah, the defenses will take care of that. But so, what happened with the development of this game is that Sid Meier's left Microprose, which was the company that he helped found back in the day that created Civilization and so on. And he also left it with the Civilization 2 creator and developer Brian Reynolds. And they started a company called Firaxis, which made this game. And the funny thing is that I actually had no idea until I got ready to make this video that this was not produced by Microprose, because it said Sid Meier's, Sid Meier's Alpha Centauri, Sid Meier's Civilization. I assumed that meant it was the same company, because it was the same guy. I guess that's, interestingly enough, shows you the power of branding. Like, if you're a game developer, don't just make games and let the company name speak for itself, because you might not be with that company forever. You should literally... polymorphic software, there you go. You should literally slap your name on every game you make, so that if you leave the company and start a different one, people will still know it's you. So it's like, this might have been made by a different company than Civilization 1 and 2, but seeing that it was by Sid Meier's lets you know that it is as good of a game, Artillery, there you go. So anyway, yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting. But yeah, really, they didn't have the rights to Civilization when they went off on their own, so they kind of had to do their own thing. And they thought, where was Civilization going? Like, what would the next step be? And they thought of like a sci-fi game. And to their credit, like, these guys are not guys that had done much sci-fi. These guys are not guys who'd done much sci-fi before. And so before they actually sat down to make this game, they did their research. Where's upgrade? I keep losing it. Unit already moved this term. Upgrading requires an entire turn. Oh, cancel. Sure. And
Production
sure.
Complete.
Sure. Okay, now can we upgrade this guy? Control U. We could do an impact squad, 4-3.
Insufficient.
I don't think I have enough money, though. So, you know what? How about you just disband? Get out of here. We don't need you after all. Close the channel. We're not taking his calls. We're about to invade him. But anyway, yeah, the devs did their homework, and they basically researched a bunch of like classic sci-fi, like Frank Herbert, Stanley Kubrick, Isaac Asimov, and like a bunch of other authors that like I didn't even really recognize. And they read all sorts of things, like from the Dune saga to, like all sorts of classic sci-fi. And they really tried to think about what the future would be like. So they wanted to create a sci-fi game that wasn't just set in the future, but it had future philosophies. So it wasn't just modern times in the future. Like, I'm playing a hive mind civilization. There's a weird kind of story in there. I can make police states. I can go in. There's police states, planned economies. There's all sorts of unique things that you can do. And so I really feel that when you're playing the game, it's not just you're playing like a random race. Like, these factions have personalities and weird philosophies, and they're humans, but they feel alien. They feel as alien as those ancient obelisks did, which I love the idea of that. Why are those guys just... Wait, what happened there? I was trying to move them, and they just sort of like... casually, like they disobeyed me. That was weird. All right, we're now officially invading the Morganites. Colonel Santiago of the Spartans. Yeah, let's talk to her. Ruthless, you are as always the most ruthless of us all, and your followers the most unquestioning. Santiago salutes you. Nice. I will share my files on flexibility, and you must return optical computers. No. Out of the question. Yep.
Production complete.
Okay, and then she just disappears. She's like, alright, well, forget it then. Forget it. Man, this is a really productive base. It's really cool. I like it, just like in Civilization, it's fun to see your cities become like more advanced and stuff. And become, like, whereas before they produce like one shield, they produce like 24. Like, my cities aren't at that point yet, but it's kind of cool. I guess these aren't cities, these are bases, but like they're cities. Okay, this guy can focus on building actually. And in fact, I'm just going to have that guy wait there for 10 turns. You go here, you go here, you go here. I have Brother Lal of Peacekeepers on Channel 2. Shall I put him through? Main screen turn on. The ruthless Chairman Yang, the first among the hive. I lead the Peacekeepers, and I am honored to be their Brother Lal. We intend to defend humanitarian principles of our original UN Charter. You may be interested to know that I've been in touch with a former colleague, blah, blah, blah. She can provide you with ethical calculus, or I can provide you with her comlink in exchange for optical D3. You know what? In the interest of Diplomacy. In the Jean-Luc Picard style of diplomacy, I will give you that technology. I've been accused of humanitarian whimpering. Let us exchange E2 for C2. Why not? I want more technologies. And let's see what else we can build now. Transport foil. A cargo ship. Oh, this is a hovercraft. That goes in the water. Cool. Impact foil. Sea formers. Colony pod. Wait, you can build a sea colony? That's cool. Are you willing to exchange in a copy for my world map? It is. I am. You know, I'm only making all these deals because I feel like we're not going to play for that much longer, so I kind of want to, like, see stuff. A fragmentation. Will you sign a treaty to help me reunite the others? Sure. Why not, buddy? You know what? Your city isn't right in front of me, so you're not the one I'm going to conquer. We're down here, though. Oh, whoa, look at that. Look at all the alien artifacts down there. That's actually really enticing. The ruins. Kind of want to get there. Morgan Industries and Morgan Interstellar stand in my way. Here's the UN headquarters, the UN Criminal Court, the Court of Justice, the Social Council. Interesting. The Monsoon Jungle. Very cool. And what do we got? Oh, that's me. I was like, who's over here? There's a whole other people. No, it's just me. I like how, by the way, my area feels a little more advanced and developed than any of the others. I mean, I am playing this on super easy mode, but I do like to look at my cities and feel that they're a little more advanced. The one thing I really don't like about this game is, like, and this actually turned me off as a kid, and you know what, honestly, it probably made me never play it, and I really regret that, because playing it now, like, this is Civilization Enhanced, I would have played the crap out of this game. The red and brown texture of the world is just kind of ugly. Like, it just looks ugly. I don't know. Like, the game is really great and cool, but, like, the terrain just kind of looks bland. And I know they were trying to be realistic. They read all their sci-fi books, and they were trying to, like, make the world look like a real alien planet and stuff. But honestly, they should have dressed it up a bit. They should have chosen some more pleasant colors. And yeah, I mean, there were other reasons I didn't play this. I didn't know how good it was and stuff like that. But anyway, suffice to say, let's attack the Morgans. Break the treaty! You have seized Morgan Industries. 46 energy credits diverted from local nets. Chairman Yang captures Morgan Industries to achieve the first hive conquest. Boom. That was remarkably easy. They didn't even put up a fight. The CEO Morgan of the Morganites has pronounced a vendetta on you and your faction. You should attend to your defenses. You may wish to switch some cities to conquer. I'm not worried about it. Honestly, like, if that was the biggest fight they could put up, which was no fight at all, then I'm really not worried about them. Alright, you hold position there. Build plasma garrison. Everyone else come over here. We got another city to conquer.
Richard Baxton piloted his recon rover into a fungal vortex and held off 4 waves of mindworms, saving an entire colony. We immediately purchased his identity manifests and repackaged him into the Recon Rover Rick character with a multi-tiered media campaign. Televids, touchbooks, holos, sci-tours, the works. People need heroes. They don't need to know how he died clawing his eyes out, screaming for mercy. The real story would just hurt sales and dampen the spirits of our customers.
What was that?
For profit.
Interesting. So there's some guy fought off a bunch of alien worms and clawed his own eyes out. Crazy. Focus on discovery. How about that? We're going to focus more on technology. We want all the best technologies. You should get support from here. And we're going to change this to... I don't know. I guess an impact squad. I guess we should just focus on war at this point. There's no turning back. Oh my god, look at all the forces. That's the UN forces? Jesus. Okay, but I want to go up here, man. You guys are getting in the way. Oh my god, and there's a bunch of alien worms. Hold on, I also want to get down to the alien ruins. So let's see about this. Go that way. Go that way. Go that way. Maybe I can ask the UN to withdraw or something. Like, they're all, like, right in my way. It's actually super annoying. At least they're fighting the worms. What happened? My screen just went blank. Did the game crash? What's this?
To map the very stuff of life. To look into the genetic mirror and watch a million generations march past. That, friends, is both our curse and our proudest achievement. For it is in reaching to our beginnings that we begin to learn who we truly are. Academician Prokhor Zakharov. Address to the faculty.
Okay. Oh, I guess somebody... Was it me? Somebody completed the Human Genome Project. And that's... unlocked a random cutscene. That was kind of cool. Okay. So, the Human Genome Project. Was that us? Did we do that? I think so. I think we did. It goes up on our giant pyramid projector for everyone to watch, even though there's like no one watching. You'd think they'd have like swarms of people like watching our stuff. Okay, get out of my way, dude. I kind of want to just destroy this guy. He's like really in my way. Okay, I'm gonna hold position. Okay, whatever. Rules. Hold position. What is this guy? This guy is Impact Squad. Come down here. I'm gonna get all my troops together, and if the... Oh my god!
Initiated.
That guy just totally died. If the UN doesn't get out of my way, I'm just gonna wipe him out. I'll declare war on whoever I need to in order to get wherever I need to go. Shall I upgrade to the Gatling Squad? Yes to all.
Important? Yes. Critical.
Alright. Let's see what we got here. Gatling speeders. We're at 5-3 for our attacks. That's great.
Production complete.
And there's a lot of units we can build now. Hold on. Let's do this. Comlink with the UN. Who's the UN? Lal. And we want... no. What do they want? Pact of Brotherhood. Alright. I want them out of my base. Please call off your vendetta against my friend. Leave at once. Boom. Alright, that got them out of the base. Now we can actually finish invading the Morganites. They were like right in the way. They were blocking that peninsula. It was so weird. Can we actually also upgrade this guy? Action. Upgrade unit. Make the upgrade. Boom. No, I'm not talking to the Morganites. I'm here to invade you. I think we got another civilization advance.
Human behavior is economic behavior. The particulars may vary, but competition for limited resources remains a constant. Need as well as greed have followed us to the stars, and the rewards of wealth still await those wise enough to recognize this deep thrumming of our common pulse. CEO Nwabuda K. Morgan, the Centauri Monopoly.
It's pretty cool. You know what's interesting is like the best sci-fi is sci-fi that includes interesting philosophy. Like I think a lot of people who aren't into sci-fi think of it as just like laser beams and robots. And like laser beams and robots are part of it. I'm not going to deny that. But like the best sci-fi, the most enduring sci-fi is the sci-fi that takes you know, those future situations and imbues it with interesting philosophies and questions about like who humanity even is. And those cutscenes and the quotes and all that stuff, like there's a lot of thought in here. And, you know, I would be hesitant if I'd never heard of this game before to think maybe they're just throwing in quotes sort of shallowly and quotes don't really apply. But I have read that they've tried to make sequels to this game and spiritual successors, and they've all kind of floundered in the sense of they haven't been as good about having sort of thoughtful sci-fi elements in the game. Like the games have been okay, but just not nearly as thoughtful, and the plot's not nearly as good. So I really like the atmosphere of this game. It's actually really, really awesome. Oh god, I can't move because that guy's in my way. Can I attack? I don't know what's going on. Cancel. Okay, move. Oh god, cannot move. What is going on? Everyone just get out of my way. We've Gatling troops, bring these guys to the front lines.
Production complete.
Okay, I think now we can, now we can finally invade. Did this guy build, what did he just build? What is this? And this can go on the water too, right? All right, we have something that can go on the water at least. We can start exploring the water. Actually, you know what? I said my least favorite part of Civilization are the ships because having to ferry units onto the ships is super annoying. If you can build hovercraft that go on land and water, that's actually pretty cool. And that actually addresses one of my major complaints of playing Civilization. Whatever, just gonna go ahead and attack them. Kaboom! Our impact unit has performed admirably, is now hardened. First hive battle victory. Yeah, you better believe it, man. Coming for you, Morganites. Your economic policies disagree with me. Gatling artillery unit can fire at enemies up to 2 spaces away. That's actually super useful. Let's go over here. I really want to get to these alien artifacts down here, though. Just continue to explore with our... Oh my god, the Morganic probe team has downloaded our files on doctrine flexibility. Oh my god, the probe teams are spies! That's who they are. Okay, I was like... I thought the probe guys were just gonna, like, probe you. I didn't know they were actually, like, spies or something. Gatling units. Okay, sure, good enough. Defend yourself. Hold. Let's go ahead and see what's going on over here. Forest expands near the labor network.
Complete.
I guess it's kind of interesting that that look, the forest is slowly expanding, farmland is slowly growing. Like, I wonder what this planet would look like after like 6 hours of gameplay. Would it look like terraformed? That's like, could actually be kind of cool. This guy is still building offensive units, but I guess we'll just continue to send them all down this way. And, ooh, we got a hovercraft. Let's see if we can send the hovercraft over here. This is not a pod after all, but an alien artifact. We should take it to a base containing a network node to further study it. Ooh, that's exciting. We just found our first alien artifact. You come down here. You attack. Kaboom! Our impact squad has performed admirably, is now disciplined. And we have seized 34 credits. We've eradicated the Morganites. CEO Morgan has been captured and is ready for your personal interrogation. Oh my god, we get to interrogate him? That's so cool. That's actually really neat. You never got to do that in Civilization. Another cutscene. Oh god, we're just torturing him. There's no interrogation about it. He's nude, being electrocuted to death. So much for Morgan Industries, eh? It would have been cool if we had a chance to talk to him and we could have, like, selected some options for interrogation and maybe, like, got extra information out of him or something like that, but whatever. I accept that cruel end to the Morganites. Got another Wonder of the World completed here.
Planet as an enemy, but shall accept its mysteries as gifts to be cherished. Nor shall I crudely seek to peel the layers away like the skin from an onion. Instead, I shall gather them together as the tree gathers the breeze. The wind shall blow and I shall bend. The sky shall open and I shall drink my fill. Gaian Acolyte's Prayer.
Okay, somebody completed the weather paradigm. So that enhances one of the towns or cities or whatever. There we go. Yeah, it seems to be like changing monitor resolution sizes between gameplay and the video here, so there's like kind of a long delay. Kind of annoying. Honestly, if I was going to actually play this game, I think I'd turn all those videos off. It's kind of neat to see, though, for the first time. Anyway. The weather project has been canceled. The Gaians are now redirecting their efforts towards their new goal of the virtual world. They're building the Matrix. Yes to all. Advanced some atomic theory. Let's see what we can build from that. ECM 3+. Cool. Yes. You know what? Let's just go to discovering everything. I think we've successfully dominated this world militaristically. Cancel orders. The last thing that we're going to do together is explore these weird alien artifacts. What is going on with that guy? We can... Let's see. You know what? You just go ahead and keep that safe. We're going to... Wait. No. Whoa. What happened there? Don't quit. You go over here. I think this guy's got an alien artifact, so I kind of want to send him over there to... Oh my god, look. Oh, we're on a round Earth, I guess. I mean, duh, we're on a planet. But yeah, there's the far west is actually the Near East. We have this guy, I think, has an alien artifact, so I want to send him to a base to research it. This... Man, these guys are just pumping out units. Sam, starting to reach a point. The peacekeepers have seized our artifact. No!
Complete.
Wait, whose artifact? Oh, shoot. Wait, this guy had an artifact? I thought it was... That guy had an artifact? Oh, well, you know what? It really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Colonel Santiago. Let's see what she has to say. I'm out of curiosity. You're as always the most ruthless. You better believe it. The whining peacekeepers have become a serious menace, while Brother Lal spends his time kissing up to his precious UN Charter. I suggest we join forces to crush him while the time is ripe. Yeah, screw the peacekeepers, man. They just stole our artifact. I'm teaming up with the Amazonian. Oh, she just shared her worldview with us. They want to exchange technology. You know what? We're going on a full technology exchange with you. Boom. Oh yeah, you try and attack us now. You give us that damn alien artifact back. Governor Fellowship builds a command center. Good. Investigate pod beacon. We've discovered a sea farming pod. Cool. All sorts of stuff. So there's our new ally, the Spartans. So I guess they're over here. And they want us to destroy the United Nations. That would be easy pickings for us. Man, we are like a plague that is just inhabiting, just like spreading violently around this world. Yes. I want you to go investigate that. And I want you to come down here. And I want you to, I don't know, go over there. And you hold your position. And you, I don't know. I don't know what we're doing anymore. We're just kind of like buying time until we're done here. Because I think, you know, we could go on. We could go on forever in this game. Oh my god, there's a bunch of dudes just showed up. Hold on. You attack the worms. The weird the mine worms, like, used to be a problem. Now they're like the least of our problems. Boom, how dare you attack us. We're gonna go ahead and destroy you, man. And I guess... Can we attack them? Yeah! We're just like bombarding them from afar. So can we go on land? Can't tell if we can or not. Lady Deidre. You know what? I haven't talked to her yet. What's she want? Blah, blah, blah. I must caution you, my engineers have completed an advanced plasma sentinels 131. Yeah, I have 531s, so you're not practically invincible. You're pitiful. You disgust me. I'm concerned that you are withholding scientific data. Please release your files. How about this? Perhaps you should ask the UN to invoke sanctions. Ha ha ha. I'll let that pass for now. I want to make demands of her. Your planned economics are wasteful. More to the point, your ballooning population and inefficient polluting will soon just cause permanent damage. That is probably a concern. I have a proposal to make. Let's see. I want to bully her into something. You must cede control of one of your bases. Give me the flowers preach. That sounds like a good base. I will offer my goodwill and friendship. How about, let's see what she wants in return. You have nothing which could possibly compensate me for the loss of the flower patch. Really? Oh my god, look at Gaia's landing. Jesus. Let's just attack it.
Review of your options is in order.
Order the assault. Pronounce the vendetta. Boom. Boom, those guys all suck. Turns out the enemy does not really have the military might we do. Hercules has receded from Periphalon. Native life should return to normal.
Complete.
Native life was not at normal levels? It's news to me. Everyone go over there. You go up here. Good. Go ahead and attack. Man, we're totally gonna take over like Gaia's landing too. This is crazy.
Our first challenge is to
They like can't do anything to stop me. My forces are just too powerful. I want to send more units up there, but it's like the fight will be over by the time you know, Okay, these guys actually can't go on land. They are water units only. The fight will be over by the time my guys get up there, I think. Why does this guy keep building artillery? Hold. Link to our node at once. An alien artifact has arrived. Oh, yeah. Our scientists link the artifact date to the data network and make a wondrous discovery. Applied relativity. Cool. Mind worms. Screw them. Oh, they just blew up our attacking units. Governor of Fellowship City builds children's creche. Whatever the heck that is. Alright. I think mind worms are attacking the Gaians. I'm not too sure there. Okay, there's a lot going on. It's like taking me forever to A, get to these alien artifacts, and B, I kind of want to like take over the Gaian city now. Oh, I just died. Okay, that's never gonna happen, clearly. Aliens are attacking us, that's fine too. Just get to the alien monoliths! All I want to do is see the monoliths.
Production complete.
You know what? Just disband yourself. Activate auto-destruct overload sequence. Kaboom! We're never gonna get to these artifacts. Why is it so problematic? It's like aliens in the way and stuff. Oh my god. Just die already. Stupid mind worms. Anyway, I'm gonna continue trying to get to these artifacts. Maybe we can see them in like the wrap up after I formally sign off here. But I should sign off because this is like taking forever. But Alpha Centauri here is one of the games in the book 1,001 Video Games You Must Play Before You Die. And if you are a strategy gamer in any way, I wholeheartedly agree with that assessment. This is like if you liked Civilization 2, if you were someone who'd played and enjoyed Civilization 2, Alpha Centauri here is like Civilization 2 plus. It is like take all the good things about Civilization 2 and enhance them. So a better user interface, there's governors who can take control of your cities, there's more sophisticated governments and options for you. The diplomacy looks to not have changed too much, but it looks a little bit more advanced than Civilization 2. But take everything you loved about Civilization 2, wrap it in a really well thought out, interesting sci-fi universe that has a lot of really interesting philosophy going on, and you've got Alpha Centauri. And so I really like this game. I think it's really cool. I think it is a Civilization 2 or Civilization 3 we deserved. I think Civilization 3, the actual Civ 3, was negatively compared to this game, meaning that this is like a better game. And yeah, again, as someone who grew up playing Civ 2, like I played it into the ground. Like in university, there were nights that I stayed up until I heard the birds chirping in the morning because I was just playing Civ 2 all night. Like if you could take that and add a whole bunch of new units, add the ability to like customize military forces and like do all sorts of neat stuff, like you would have this game. So yeah. I like it. But those are just my thoughts. What do you guys think of Alpha Centauri here? Is it a game that you yourself played back in the day? Is it a game that you have fond memories of? Or is it a game that like you tried and you didn't really like or something like that? Whatever the case may be, let me know in the comments down below. We just cannot get past these worms. There's just worms everywhere, and the Gaians actually are kind of pissed at us right now, which sucks. I mean, we're decimating them. If we actually built a proper military force, we could totally take their capital. Like, look, they're just like bashing units on the city wall. Oh my god! They took over the city! I was mocking them. Okay, well, maybe we couldn't have won that battle. I want to get to these ruins so bad. I'm actually going to save my game here because before we formally sign off together, I want to do one thing, which is I want to retire so we can, like, open the pod bay doors. I wanted to retire, not jettison myself into space, but okay. I just want to see our final score here right before we officially sign off. We got a score of 176. And that is considered 6%, so I had a lot of ways to go. Following retirement, people collect your most memorable writings into a hollow book of wisdom entitled... What? Oh, entitled For I Have Tasted the Fungus, Why Chairman Yang Can't Blink. What? I thought it was entitled A Man Shushing You. A picture of a man shushing you. Here is, the breakdown of our achievements. And I think you even get to see like a history of how things progressed. Yeah, there we go. the replay. Look at that. That's so cool to see. I wish Civilization 2 had that too. I love that. I wish there was a way to rewind it and like play it in slow motion. Very neat. Anyway, this has been Alpha Centauri. I think it's a great game. I think it's worth playing if you like strategy games. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. And whatever you think of the game, I hope today has been entertaining for you. If it has, don't forget to slap that like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. You know, I'm on Patreon, I'm on Twitter. Check me out on those places too if you want to support the channel or talk to me. And besides that, I hope you guys take care of yourselves until we meet again. And we'll see you soon. Peace. We're losing military. Spies are stealing our technology. We're an incredibly wasteful civilization, but we have almost reached the alien hive mind. I was about to say we've reached the alien artifacts, but it turned out there were more aliens to kill. But we reached one of them. We investigate and we find more disciplined status. Our guys are slightly more disciplined. Now we are hardened. We've become hard men from those alien artifacts. I think we lost a city here, or it got spied on, or something bad happened. Investigate veteran status. Investigate. Monolith is silent. These monoliths are like so disappointing. This one's infected with worms. This one is silent. These monoliths were a huge waste of time. Let me just tell you, the ruins look a lot cooler than they actually are. Ancient aliens, awesome concepts. Wish the monolith actually did something, though.